Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, September the 6th. We welcome you here this evening. I hope nobody's too tired from all the wild football games played over the weekend. I tell you, I was quite exhausted myself. I feel like I ran the ball 172 times, but I didn't. Anyway, great games were played. Too bad some of them didn't go the way we would like for them to, but some did. So
Some did.
Yeah, by the way, Carolina just scored again. I just got a call. Anyway, great weekend to open college football. So we welcome you all here this evening. As we normally do, we will start in just a few minutes with our moment of silence, and we'll remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. Before we go to that, I would like for you to continue as this weekend will be, again, Patriots Day, Sunday, September the 11th. It's been 21 years, of course, since the terrible attacks in New York City and Washington that happened. And obviously, we will be keeping those, continuing praying for the families of those people and all those that lost their lives during that terrible time 21 years ago. But please keep all those in your thoughts and prayers when we go to our time. Before we go to that, I have a couple of announcement of a couple of great awards that we're excited about. Congratulations to our Parks and Recreation Department, Mr. Kenny Story, the director. We received a $500,000 PARTIF grant, and we're excited about that. So congratulations. And we'll find a good place to spend it, won't you, Kenny? So we're excited about that. And we also welcome in the audience tonight the developer from the Bluebell. York Lawson is with us. York and Tom, his partner, Tom Neiman, are receiving the Gertrude S. Caraway Award for Merit from Preservation North Carolina for that wonderful project at Bluebell. That's kind of coming a little bit later. They're going to receive that award, but they've already been told that they will be honored to that. York, thank you and congratulations. We are glad to have you in our city and partnering with us in that wonderful project. So thank you very much. Look forward to more things to come. So thank you. All right, we'll now rise and, if you will, have our moment of silence and remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We now have several special recognitions that we're going to do. We appreciate everyone being here. I feel like we've got a Rotary Club going on here.
Does this count as a meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a meeting. Yes, sir. We're going to start, though, with a proclamation for President's Day, the Patriot Day, President's Day. Patriot Day commendations. This is for September the 11th, 2022. And I'm going to ask Cindy Day from the museum if she'll come up and join me for this one and another one that we're going to do right after this. So we'll do them both. Cindy is the Executive Director of the Caldwell Heritage Museum and also a member of the Board of Directors of the Tucker's Barn, I'll get it right, Daughters of the American Revolution. So we got a couple things to do. So I'm going to read this and present this to you as well. Whereas Patriot Day commemorates the lives of those who died in the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks on our country, the United States of America. And whereas this holiday honors those who perished in the World Trade Center in New York and the Pentagon in Virginia, and those who died attempting to rescue people trapped in the rubble, as well as the individuals killed when the hijacked United Airlines Flight 93 crashed in Pennsylvania. And whereas Patriot Day was designated by joint resolution of the United States Congress, on December 18, 2001. The resolution called for the President of the United States to issue a yearly proclamation requesting that all U.S. flags be flown at half-staff. And whereas on Patriot Day, Americans are asked to honor the dead with a moment of silence beginning at 8:46 Eastern Standard Time, the time that the first airplane struck the World Trade Center, and to respect the ceremonies of remembrance. And whereas each year on September 11th, citizens across the United States of America are reminded how precious our freedom and safety truly are, and pay tribute to those whose lives were tragically lost that day. And now therefore be it resolved that I, as mayor, on behalf of the City of Lenoir City Council, commemorate Patriot Day on September the 11th, 2022, and express our deepest condolences for those lives lost in 2001 terrorist attacks against our nation, as well as our highest gratitude for those who endeavor to preserve our liberties and our safety. This is the 6th day of September 2022. So we'll present that to you, and you can, they're shooting a picture, I think, right there. You want to do it up here? Yeah.
And you guys watching? Yeah.
Council, come in the middle. Back this way.
Unless you want to do them all together at the end.
Yeah.
You gonna
We
do
can
that?
do that. You want to do that?
Is that easier? Yeah.
We'll get that. We're going to do seven.
How do we get this right?
Sorry.
That's all right. We're letting you direct that part of it, right? And also, we'd like to, and I again have Cindy here as part of the Daughters of the American Revolution. We do this for several years since we've had the Charters of Freedom that were installed beautifully in our downtown Lenoir there at the Courthouse Square, and we enjoy that. But this is a proclamation in honor of Constitution Week. Now, it's September the 17th, but we're doing it tonight because we don't have another meeting till September the 20th. So we would have missed Constitution Day. So we are going to do, I think, a celebration, we hope, on Friday the 16th of September at the Charters of Freedom. So we invite everyone that would like to come, and we'll set a time and get all that put together. Anyway, whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government in a republic dedicated to rule by law. And whereas September 17th, 2022 marks the 235th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designating the week of September 17th through September 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore I, as mayor, and on behalf of the Lenoir City Council and all the citizens, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through September 23rd, 2022 as Constitution Week in the City of Lenoir, and urge all citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privilege of being an American with all of the rights and responsibility this privilege affords. This is the 6th day of September 2022. There you go. Thank you very much. And we'll come back and shoot those in just a minute. All right, Mr. Presswood, would you come down and join me? The president of this illustrious organization, the Caldwell Rotary Club. And this year marks the 40th anniversary of the Caldwell Rotary Club. So I think a couple of charter members, I know one is here.
One is here.
And I was, but I didn't make it as long as you did. So, that's 6:44 in the morning. I couldn't.
I tried it.
But I was proud to be a member of the Caldwell Rotary Club, and I know all of you guys that are here are as well. But we celebrate with a club that has done so many great things, and we appreciate your continuing to do that. So I'm going to present this to you, and then we have some special for your charter members, which we'll talk about in a minute. Caldwell Rotary Club 40-year anniversary. Whereas Chicago attorney Paul Harris formed the Rotary Club of Chicago in 1905, so professionals with diverse backgrounds could exchange ideas and form meaningful, lifelong friendships. And whereas in 1982, a group of Lenoir residents gathered to start a new Rotary Club in Caldwell County, sponsored by the Lenoir Rotary Club. That club would become the Caldwell Rotary Club, and today the club has the earliest meeting time among Rotary clubs, starting at 6:44 a.m. I don't know who gets up then. And whereas in 1983, Caldwell Rotary helped give birth to high school soccer in Caldwell County by purchasing soccer goals and balls for all 3 county high schools, and games were originally played at historic ground, by the way, Lenoir High School Matt Cook Stadium. And whereas Caldwell Rotary started supporting the Boy Scouts in 1984, and whereas the club sponsored Little League teams that won the local championship that same year, and whereas the Caldwell Rotary donated more than $4,500 from 1984 to 1985 to support Rotary International's effort to eradicate polio, and a few years later, the club paid to decorate the Caldwell Senior Center lobby and contributed much of the labor for the effort. And whereas in 1989, Caldwell Rotary created the Caldwell County Sports Hall of Fame and held the first induction ceremony. During the last 32 years, 140 individuals and teams have been inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. And whereas 1 year after its founding, Caldwell Rotary members created the club's most significant project, the Youth Scholarship Program, which provides a scholarship to 1 graduating senior from each of the county's 3 high schools. And today, these scholarships are awarded in the name of the late Carol Laxton, who was club president from 1996 to 1997, and the late Steve James, club president from 1997 to 1998. And whereas the Caldwell Rotary also provides a yearly scholarship to the local Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute student in memory of the late Bob Stiers, a charter member, past president, and a longtime member of the Lenoir and Caldwell County Boards of Education. And whereas during the past 39 years of the Youth Scholarship Program, Caldwell Rotary has donated $140,000 in funds to support local students and help further their education. Now therefore be it resolved that I, as mayor, and on behalf of the City of Lenoir City Council, congratulate Caldwell Rotary Club on its 40th anniversary and thank club members past and present for their many contributions to local and national causes. And I especially thank Caldwell Rotary for supporting Caldwell County youth and students for the past 4 decades. This, the 6th day of September 2022.
That's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. I always have a drink of water. There you go. Hey,
All right.
Tell us about it.
All right. I have my speech made out here, Joe.
Okay, good.
All right. Mr. Mayor, fellow council members, Caldwell Rotary extends our thank you for this recognition of 40 years in service to Lenoir and Caldwell County. The resolution hits the high points of our club service, as it couldn't cover all that the club has accomplished. So I won't bore you with the list of all of our other small accomplishments and our experiences in fundraising. Just know that we serve our community in this small way, and we enjoy doing it. Anyone who wishes to join our team, get in touch, and we'll tell you a lot more about Rotary. Now, I want to recognize, or let you recognize, it'd be hard to recognize all of them, but we have 4 club members who are charter members, meaning they have been members for 40 years since the club was started in 1982. And those members are Ron Bean, Bruce Cannon, David Gray, and Jeff Jonas. David, if you'll come forward. The rest of the guys could not make it tonight. I want to mention that Bruce Cannon, and most of you know Bruce Cannon, a local attorney. Bruce has the perfect record for 40 years attendance. That means weekly meetings. He's either made the meetings or he's taken time to make it up. So he's got 40 years of perfect attendance, which is a great accomplishment. So
We have a special, just a resolution for you to have a copy of, okay, for being a charter member. Okay. And we appreciate that. And then we have these for Bruce. And I'll let you hold that. Bruce and Jeff and Ron, I think there's an extra one there. Yeah. Thank you. But we'll make sure that you guys will to get those to them and tell them thank you. David, anything you want to add to it?
When they mentioned the JC team, all those years, me and Sammy coaches the JC team, and you remember who my biggest competition was. We fought it out with the Exchange Club many years. This guy right here, so many years.
Little League was great times.
Between us two, we won a championship many times. So, but good times, and it's been a blessing to be involved with this group this long. And the soccer field that we've got out off of Zach's Fork, we joined with Lenoir Rotary, but we actually, this is not an exaggeration, we did most of the work to start that soccer complex out off of Zach's Fork, and so Kenny's doing a good job of keeping that going. And I'm proud to have that in City of Lenoir.
Yeah.
Our Recs department, with all those facilities and the $500,000 that the city's going to match, so $1 million worth of work is great news. Great news.
It is great news. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you want to introduce the members that are here? Or?
Well, let's do something else here. We have,
Okay, yeah, you do have something else.
yeah, we have, microphone. Oh,
Yeah, talking to Mike.
we have two checks here, Mr. Mayor, and I know you always like checks.
Yeah.
But,
Who wouldn't?
this is.
So I don't get to have any of it.
My banker sealed to these. We have a check, and this did not come all from Rotary, but we had a good hand in accumulating this. But we have a check for $30,000 that goes to the lights project of McCook
Yes,
Stadium
sir.
at the LHS campus.
Thank you very much. With that, with the other part we have, the lights have been ordered and will be installed in the near future.
And then
Mr. Story, we'll let you tell about that in a minute.
And then we have another check, and this is given in honor of the 4 charter members, Jeff Jones, Ron Bean, David Gray, Bruce Cannon, a check for $2,000 as a seed money for the bleachers for the McCook Stadium
Okay.
at the LHS campus.
Hey, that's great. Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you brought that.
But yes, members with us tonight, Kevin Miller, David Gray, Chris Cole, Charles Beck, Ken Spears, Bill Spruill, and Jeff. Sure. One of our own. Oh, and Ken.
Get rid. That's right. That's right.
Tom's back there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see you, Thomas. Okay.
So you guys really are having a meeting here tonight.
So,
And again, thank y'all for your work with the McCook Stadium light project. You know, you guys helped get this started, get moving it. Thank goodness we had some pretty nice donations that came out of that to get there. But that was $213,000 that we raised to do that. So, but this was very, very important with that, and you guys were behind getting it all started. So thank you for that. We're excited. That's going to move forward. All right, let's see the picture with Rotary first, and then we'll come back and get the others. So come on down, council. Members of the club, come on, get with us.
The mayor, somebody needs to hold the checks up and then.
I was thinking all, we can't all fit in there.
Yeah, that'll work.
I can't fit all in there.
All right, we're gonna have, so let's back up to the council.
We're gonna need that
Council, can y'all go to the right a little bit?
Chrissy needs to get down.
try to stagger so nobody's faces can see too.
Let's see. The front row here, y'all take a step to your, this way. Left. There you go. And then Jeff and Kent and y'all in the back, go that way a little bit.
I'll let you
Yeah,
go
right
first.
there, yeah. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I've got everybody, okay.
Jeff, stand on your knees.
All right, I'm gonna do 2 with the flash and then 2 without. Ready? 1, 2, 3, money! All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, then 1, 2, 3, 40 years. Good.
All right.
All right, look at Katie.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing this. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll come down for seniors.
Yeah, come down. All right, sit down. Teachers Day, Constitution Day.
One photo or separate photos?
We'll do them both at the same time. You write it up there.
Probably could.
Well, how about Mayor, you hold the paper.
I'm just sorry.
Sorry, sir. Trying to get in your way. All right, y'all look good. With the flash, 2 without. 1, 2, 3, cheese. 2 without the flash.
One more. Guys, looks good.
You know what it is, though.
What's that?
You know what it is, don't you?
What it is? Yeah. I know where it came from. I know that, yeah. Yeah, I do know that. Okay, very nice. Good things going on. We appreciate the Rotary Club of Caldwell County being with us. They've done a great job over the years, and we thank Cindy and the museum and all that they do, and the Daughters of the American Revolution for keeping history moving in the right way. So, all right, we'll move on then. We don't have matters scheduled for public hearing this evening, so we'll move to our consent agenda item, which consists of, well, a bunch of different things here. For item A are minutes from the city council meeting of Tuesday, August 16th is submitted. Item B are minutes of the closed session minutes of the city council meeting of August 16th as reviewed by the city attorney, city council, and the city manager. Item C is approval of the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of Tuesday, August 23rd as submitted. Item D is a final offer to purchase real property. This is for 2585 Collinsville Road. This is for acceptance of the final offer to purchase real property by resolution in the amount of $750 plus the cost of the required published legal notice as submitted by Ronnie Brian Teague for the property located at 2585 Collinsville Road and approximately 0.90 of an acre, a portion of the 33.42 acre tract. This is for North Carolina PIN number 2831509864 and tax ID number 06253-1-1 as submitted. The legal advertisement of the notice of offer to purchase real property was published in the News Topic on Friday, August 19th, starting a 10-day upset bid period as required by North Carolina General Statutes 168-269. Following the council's acceptance of the offer to purchase, the recommendation by the city council is for the city council to accept the final offer to purchase because the city did not receive any upset bids. Item E is a proposal from the Labrie Automizer Side Loading, that's a 2023 refuge truck. This is for council to authorize the purchase of the side loading 2023 Freightliner refuge truck by resolution at a cost of $285,000, and to authorize waiver of the formal bidding process as allowed by North Carolina General Statutes 143-129, subsection C, subsection 3, as submitted. Item F is an authorizing resolution for an AIA grant application for water. This is City Council should adopt the proposed resolution authorizing the city manager to execute and file the water system asset inventory and asset grant application on behalf of the City of Lenoir within the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality for this project. Item G is authorizing resolution for the AIA grant application for wastewater. This is, council should adopt the proposed resolution authorizing the city manager to execute and file the water system asset inventory and assessment grant application on behalf of the City of Lenoir with the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality for this project. Item H is a reduction in speed limits. This is a recommendation for the council to call for a public hearing to be held September 20th to consider adopting the 20-mile-per-hour speed limit for the entire lengths of Penwood Street Northeast, Glenview Street Northeast, Circle Drive Northeast, and Ridgecrest Drive Northeast, allowing for posting at the discretion of the Public Works Operations Manager as submitted. Note, following approval, these streets will be listed under Appendix B of the Code of Ordinances, Section 114, 20-mile-an-hour speed limit on the following streets as submitted by staff. And item I is establishment of a downtown social district. This is a recommendation for council to call for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, September 20th, to allow for input on the establishment of a social district and consider adoption of an ordinance establishing a social district as submitted. Item J, which you don't have on your list, is a resolution for Caldwell Rotary 40th year. Item K is the resolution for Constitution Week. Item L is the resolution for Patriots Day that were presented tonight. So that's your consent agenda item. I'll open it up for any discussion or comments, questions, or motions.
I just would like to make a comment.
Okay.
Even though we're not talking about each one of these, but the two items for F and G about the grant applications for the water system, and those are so important for us to plan for our capital improvement projects and to know exactly what we have in the ground, or know better what we have in the ground.
Right.
It's those two items are very important. I just thought folks should know a little bit more about that.
Right.
And Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Okay.
For the benefit of the taxpayers, on item E, can we explain why we are authorizing the competitive bid exemption for this particular item?
This item was bid through a cooperative bidding program. So it has been bid just by another party. So we're going to go back and use their bid process,
Gotcha.
which is allowed based on statute 143, 129E3.
Thank you.
So it has been bid.
Thank you very much.
The questions or comments?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion
Okay.
that we accept the consent agenda items A through K.
L.
L. Let's add that to it then.
All right. We have a motion that the consent agenda items A through L be approved. If there's no other questions or discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Thank you. That's unanimously. That's 6-0 tonight, since Reverend Perkins is not with us this evening. Okay. We'll move on then to the time on our agenda for requests and petitions of any citizens. If there's anyone that's here that would like to address the council concerning anything, we'll open that up now. And not seeing anyone, I think all is good. Okay, we'll move on then. Okay. Reports, we do not have any reports of boards and commissions. And we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mayor, council tonight, just a couple items for information. The Lenoir Business Advisory Board will meet on Thursday, September 8th, 6 o'clock, third floor City Hall. The 36th Annual Sculptural Festival will be held on Saturday, September 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that'll be held at J.E. Broyhill Walking Park. The annual North Carolina Department of Transportation's Fall Litter Sweep will be held on Saturday, September 10th, and then Saturday, September 24th. I would note the City of Lenoir Employee Litter Sweep will be held on Wednesday, September 21st from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., and that'll start downtown at the square, and we'll go from there, assign streets for everyone to volunteer on that. The City County Service Committee will meet on Monday, September 12th, 8 a.m., and that'll be held at the, that's incorrect. The City County Service Committee will meet at noon on September 12th at the college. The Caldwell County Economic Development Commission will meet on Tuesday, September 13th at 8 a.m., and that'll be held at the Civic Center. The the Parks Recreation Advisory Board will meet on Monday, September 19th, 6 p.m., and that'll be held at Mulberry. And then the 100th anniversary celebration of Lenoir High School will be held on September 30th. Is that correct?
30th, yeah.
September 30th and October 1st.
And that will be with the North Carolina Brass Band. I think you've coordinated that, Jonathan, have you not?
Yeah, I've come up with that, yeah.
So I just want to mention that.
Yeah, the brass band will be performing on Friday evening.
Friday night at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock at the
That is by
high school.
ticket reservation.
It's by ticket and reservation. Okay,
And
but it's free.
Yes, and
There's no
we'll send
charge.
out the link.
Where do you do that?
On
We'll
our
send
site.
you all the link, and it'll, Joshua will have it up, and so will Matthew on our website, so you can access the link that way. We'll also promote it in our newsletter. It'll be accessible through our sites, but we'll definitively get that to you.
Okay,
It is a free event, but because there's limited seating in the auditorium, we had to do it through a ticket process.
okay. If you didn't hear that on the thing, it is a free concert that night. There will be a process of getting tickets for that, but you'll need to, we'll get the information out. You would need to register so that we'll know who's coming, because there are limited seats in the auditorium that will be there. But there is no charge for it. So we look forward to the brass band from North Carolina being there to kick off the 100th-year celebration of the greatest high school in the world. Lenoir High School. Thank you.
What's that date of the anniversary, that day? When is the actual one?
How old was Highbright? John was asking.
How old is Highbright?
He said the greatest school, he said.
Hi, Brian. I thought it was the greatest.
Oh, well, it's good. It is good.
1966.
And West Caldwell as well, and South Caldwell. Better get them all in there. And even the old ones are not there anymore. Yeah. And I don't know exactly how old Highbright was started in
1966.
66.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
see, we did know that.
I wasn't even born.
You didn't have to tell us that. Okay. All right. Any questions or anything from the city manager? Anything else going on? Anybody else have anything that's going on that needs to be mentioned? Okay. All right, we'll move on to report and recommendations of the city attorney, Mr. Ward.
Nothing from me either.
Okay, thank you for that. And we'll move on to, I don't have anything from the mayor's office right now, other than the things that we've already talked about. Quite a few events were going on. We just finished this past weekend, the annual gathering of the tattoo gathering, and it was a number of people gathering of the tattoo gathering, and it was seemed to be quite successful. A number of people there, and I hope that a lot of businesses did well downtown. They were eating in restaurants and doing a lot of things we saw walking around. So that's good. They were here, and we appreciate them supporting and coming to Lenoir and Caldwell County on that. All right, anything from any of the council members that comes up? All right, if not, I think we've got it covered. Anything else need to come before us? All right, if not, we stand adjourned.